So today we're pulling out an NV4500 out of a 2002 24 valve Dodge Cummins. My third gear synchronizers is out, fifth gear nut come off. I found a guy that can rebuild the thing for me for cheap, and I know another guy that had him rebuild one, and it's been lasting for about 4 years now, so that's good enough for me. Luckily, I got this lift, and I also have this little air jack under here, and I think I'm going to try to strap my transmission to that and then lower it down. Hopefully I can get the transmission out from under the truck somehow. I'm thinking back there, maybe it'll come out. Anyway, welcome to Mountain Man Garage, where we're broke and so are the cars. Now, you want to be careful with these and not just sling them around anywhere, because these come off and then you'll have to find the little bearings that go in it, or if you can't find them, you'll have to get you a new U-joint. And if you're like me and you're broke, you don't want to do that. Drive shafts are out. Now we got to take the transfer case out. And of course, my light bulb would give me fits. So we got this. There's a screw here and a screw up in here on top.
There's no way that you could come from my loins. Soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
And there's like 3 or 4 of them up there. We'll tell you how many there are once we get it done, but we gotta pull this transfer off first of all. And luckily that's not bolted to the transfer, it's bolted to the transmission, so it shouldn't be that bad. I think this weighs about 100 pounds. Transmission weighs about 250 pounds, I believe. But yeah, we will see. Yeah, that Husky ratchet is really handy. Wow, that exhaust is right in the way. I got it off. So it had another bolt down here that I hadn't seen, and so I pulled that off, and then the transfer case just pulled right back, straight back. And then I noticed that I forgot to unhook this, so this just goes on that bolt right there. And I hope that don't bite me in the butt on the way out or on the way back in, because it has to be, you know, adjusted. But there's only a couple of ways that it can go back on. It has to fit around this little. It has to fit around this little deal here. So I think it'll be fine. So now I just got to pull this thing out and get it out of the way, and then start on the old transmission. sure how heavy this sucker is, but I think it's 100 pounds is what the internet said. That may be without. That block fell off and it busted. That's wonderful. Well, I got it out. So now, that's what it looks like on the back side. So now I got to pull out the gear shifter from the top. Well, I've made some progress, but still a ways to go here. So I've been working on getting this thing out. As you can see over there, I took this out. This and that and that. So there's 4 bolts there. Pull those out. I had to take a wrench and slide it in here and hold the back side because they were just turning. And so I just stuck a wrench on there and then used the impact to pull these 4 out. These over here, you couldn't get an impact on them, so I used a ratchet on these top ones and this one. I could get an impact over there on that bottom one over there, but I got all 4 of those out. Again, hold the ratchet back there to hold the back because it just flops. And this thing, you got to pull these 2 bolts or nuts off of here, that one and that one. And then I've been beating on this trying to get it down. This has to come out, and then the transmission should be able to work it back. I'm going to have to get me another block and stick it under there to hold the transmission up while I let the pressure off of it. And then I got to pull the 4 bolts, or the 4. Yeah, got to pull the 4 bolts, 2 on that side, 2 on that side, and then work the transmission back. I'm going to try to leave the bell housing on. Hopefully it'll be all right. But yeah, not fun. All right, as you can see, we got that cross brace off. And you know, when you try to take these cross braces off, don't try to knock them down, because if you try to pull them all the way down, straight down, as you can see, this right here is kind of at a bevel, at an angle. And when you push it down, the more it's just going to compact in here, and by the time you beat it out, it's gonna break something, so, or bend something at least. So what you got to do is you got to push it up a little bit and then beat it back this way toward the back of the truck, and that way it just falls right out. Just make sure that you get this unhooked from here, because these down here in the bottom, these go through that deal and you can't get it out unless you pull out the top bolts that hold this to that. Then this will just fall out and then you can pull that out, and it's pretty easy to do after that. So just a heads up on that. I got me some boards under here. I got this jacked up a little bit. Now I just got to pull off the 4 bolts that hold the transmission, and you know, just persuade it backwards. All right. Oh man. So I had to stop this thing middle project because I had the Dr. Fauci virus, and yeah, not too happy about that, but I'm just now getting over it, so, which is a miracle. Thank God, because I don't know how I really survived it without him, because without Jesus, I wouldn't have survived. I have cystic fibrosis, diabetes, cirrhosis of the liver. I have a whole bunch of different stuff, CADASIL, and I just don't see how I survived it without Jesus. So all praise and glory goes to him. Now let's get back to it. All right, well, that worked pretty well. So I just took the 4 bolts out. I had to give me some more blocks because it wasn't high enough, and then I strapped me a ratchet strap to it, and all I did was just pull on it, and it came right back. And now it's ready for me to have to figure out how in the crap I'm going to get this off of here and get it out from under here, because yeah, I have read these things weigh about 250 pounds, and that's kind of hard to wrangle when you're having to sit down and under a truck. I know you other guys that's done this has probably done it without a lift and laid on the ground and done it, and I've done it before myself with a smaller truck, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it won't be that bad. We'll find out, I guess. All right, so my plan is to have this board here and unhook that and just lean it backwards, lay it on this board, and then I can hopefully drag it out through this big area here, and that'll get it out of here. I just got to move some stuff, and then I will be ready. Get my headset out of the way. There. So now I need to scoot my transmission back to where I can get it out here, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's hard to drag. Oh, now what am I hitting? Oh, dang it. No wonder it's such a pain. It's hung on that little deal over there. Great. Oh, shoot. Oh man, that feels pretty heavy. Maybe I can do this. Wow, what a pain. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to lay it down on here. All right. Got her. Now I just got to work it out there, put it in the Land Cruiser, and take it to the shop. Oh, that looks horrible. Look at that. Looks like everything inside that clutch has come loose. So I'll have to figure that out when I put it back in. But for now, we're just gonna go with it. Oh man. There she be. Right there. Man, that wasn't that bad. It's kind of hard when you're just getting over the Fauci virus. Thanks, dude. All right. Now we gotta load it in the Land Cruiser. My nephew came up and helped me move it. So now all I gotta do is take it and drop it off.